What's up, guys? Justin here from TheSketchUpEssentials.com. This week I'm starting a new segment. I'm calling it This Week in SketchUp, and basically what it is, it's going to be a segment where I bring together some of the biggest news and other things that are going on in the world of SketchUp and also in 3D modeling, and just kind of talk about them and give you kind of an easy place to figure out what's going on, maybe highlight some cool work that's been going on in SketchUp and stuff like that. I was kind of struggling to find a good place where everything was just kind of in one place and they were talking about the big things and stuff like that, so I figure I'll give this a try. So if you like this segment, leave a comment down below and let me know, but also take a second and click that like button. I'd really appreciate it. I'm hoping to do this every week moving forward, so let me know if you like it. So now we're going to roll into the biggest SketchUp news of the week, so let's get started with the first story. This week, IrisVR, which is a company that helps bring 3D models into virtual reality, raised $8 million in funding to keep working on their software. And the reason I'm talking about this, the reason this is important, is this has been a really big year for virtual reality with the release of the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift, and a lot of cool and kind of crazy stuff's coming out. And one of the areas that this is going to be a huge game changer for is architecture. I tried it earlier this year, and it was really cool. You know, there were a few issues because it was a new software and all of that, but just the fact that you can take a 3D model and just export it and run it in virtual reality is a huge deal. You know, just the fact that companies are willing to pay $8 million, you know, millions of dollars to help develop this technology, I think is going to be huge, and I'm really excited to see where this goes in the next few years. If you want to give this a try, you can go over to IrisVR's website. You can sign up and you can try Scope, which is their software that lets you view 3D panoramas on a phone, like an iPhone or an Android phone, or you can try Prospect, which is their software that actually exports this exports your model to like an HTC Vive or an Oculus Rift. You will need a headset in order to do that, but I recommend giving it a try. It's really cool, yeah, I'm really excited to see where that goes. So in huge news this week, the Animator plugin from user Fredo6 got made available on Sketchucation. Fredo6 is a user that's created some of the most used plugins in SketchUp. He's really taken SketchUp to the next level. So I'm just going to read off a list of a few of the plugins that he's come out with. Curve-Aloft, Tools on Surface, Round Corner, Fredo Scale, Revert Curve, Curvature, Through Paint, etc. So he's come out with a lot of plugins, and this week he's come out with the best one yet in Animator. So if there's one area where SketchUp could use a little bit of work, it's in the area of creating animations. So it doesn't really allow you to create moving parts and pieces. You can move your cameras around and you can do sections and stuff like that, but you can't really move everything around, or you couldn't up until now. So this plugin is pretty much amazing. It allows you to pretty much do whatever you want. You can rotate objects, you can move objects, you can change pretty much anything you want and create real animations. And then once you've done that, you can export them to rendering softwares like TheRender or Twilight Render or SketchFX and create actual photorealistic animations straight out of your SketchUp models. So I don't think it's an overstatement to say this is a huge game changer for SketchUp, because it allows you access to a complete world that up until now you had to go to a completely different software in order to do. So if you're wondering where to get this plugin, you can snag a copy of the beta version right now on Sketchucation. I'll link to the download down below. You will have to be a member of Sketchucation in order to get there, but a membership is free. And if you're not on Sketchucation already, you should be. It's one of the best SketchUp communities on the internet. You can also check out tutorials for how to use this software on Fredo's YouTube channel, which I've also linked to down below, but he'll show you exactly how to use it so you can just get in there and start creating. So I'm super excited about this and hoping to be making stuff with it myself in the next couple weeks. So this is a huge deal. It's a big deal. Go check it out right now. This week, Microsoft held a press event and announced a new update to Windows 10 they called the Creators Update. In this event, they announced various updates to the Windows 10 operating system, including an update to Microsoft Paint to allow for 3D drawing, several low-cost virtual reality headsets, a new PC that that doubles as a drafting table, and compatibility for all these things with Windows Augmented Reality HoloLens headset. So these announcements were exciting by themselves. It's really nice to see a company like Microsoft focusing on 3D moving forward to allow people to create. But the most exciting thing for SketchUp users was, as a part of this, Microsoft announced a partnership with SketchUp to allow access to the 3D warehouse so that you could use 3D SketchUp models from the 3D warehouse and interface them with these new Microsoft Creator systems. It seems like Microsoft is probably trying to get a jump start on 3D creation by accessing the 3D warehouse because it's probably the biggest crowdsourced source of 3D models in the world. So it's not 100% clear how this is going to affect SketchUp itself. So basically the only thing that was announced was a partnership between Microsoft and SketchUp to allow access to 3D models. But there were a couple lines on SketchUp's blog that were really exciting, that kind of hinted at some stuff that was to come. So the first was an announcement at the bottom of the page of the SketchUp blog post, and basically it stated that anyone who believes in the mission of 3D for everyone should be excited about the news that Microsoft is dedicated to supporting SketchUp, and that models from 3D Warehouse will soon be available to users of Paint, PowerPoint, and beyond. So this doesn't really give us too much more information than we already had, but it's really exciting that not only are we talking about having access to 3D models in Paint, you're also talking about incorporating them into things like PowerPoint. And I assume from there you can probably incorporate them into things like Excel and Word as well, though that's just my personal speculation and hope. So that's one thing, just having easy access to all those items in mainstream platforms like Microsoft Word and PowerPoint and Excel would be super exciting. It opens up a whole lot of doors for what you could do with 3D models. So hopefully that actually comes to fruition. But the more exciting line was a line about 3D Warehouse. It said SketchUp and 3D Warehouse are available on the desktop, the web, and mobile devices, with support for AR and VR platforms on the way. So it sounds like SketchUp and possibly Microsoft too are actively working on a way to get 3D models into augmented reality and virtual reality. And since augmented reality and virtual reality seem to be the next step forward in 3D visualization, this is really exciting. So speaking for myself, I'm really excited that they're working on a way to incorporate these things so that you can use them, because they're just completely mind-blowing technologies. So seeing them work on new and emerging technology like that is super exciting. So that was the big news for SketchUp this week. If there's anything you'd like for me to talk about, leave a comment below and let me know. And also let me know how you feel about some of these things, about IrisVR, about the Animator Plugin, and also about the Microsoft and Trimble partnership to provide access to the 3D warehouse. And I guess the other thing is just leave a comment below and let me know if you like this segment. Really, I started making this segment just because I didn't really feel like there was any one place where all the exciting new SketchUp news and some other 3D news as well was, where you could easily get to it. So I'm hoping to keep doing this and keep talking about just some of the cool tools and resources and some of the cool stuff that there is to get excited about in SketchUp. So like I said, leave a comment below, let me know if you like this, and also if you wouldn't mind taking a second and hitting that like button, I'd really appreciate it. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you next week. Thank you.